What's up, everybody? My name is Game Over, and welcome back to this episode of Tales of Algerath. And I'm your humble dungeon master with my lovely adventurers. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
I'm always so intense with these openings, and then there's just you guys. Leroy saying hi with a meme, and Mino just shy from the corner.
Hi.
And then Fang Pru just says hi with a typing. So last time on Tales of Algerath, you guys watched as the whole of the Sky Kingdom got basically destroyed, and you are now falling. Well, Leroy and Mino are floating to the ground. Fang Pru, you're falling with the ship. That's what's happening with you. And you guys haven't hit the ground yet. So, would you guys like to join me in the campaign room in order to find out where the hell you guys are going?
Sure.
Alright.
I did a surprise in the art.
Oh,
It's cute.
art. Oh, that's cool. I like it.
It's so cute.
I love it. I love it. Why we got so many good artists? Yeah, I think that's enough Limpton tea in order to get him in here. Limpton tea might be late, but until then, yeah. Campaign chat. There we go. There we go. We got everyone. Now I'm just gonna switch back over to campaign chat. There we go. So, last time on Tales of Algerath, the Kingdom of the Sky destroyed. You guys are falling. Floating and falling. So, as the events of what happened in the Kingdom of the Sky is now forever burned into your minds, you look around at your surroundings. The orange sky dimming to black as it becomes night. The ship that is now falling to the ground after turning it off of flying mode. Fang Pru using his claws to clutch onto the ship, continuing to fall with it, as Mino is hugging onto Leroy, who has the featherfall.
Featherfall. God dang it. I just got that lab.
Oh, so you're gonna turn back on the ship? Okay. I'll say that you do that. I can say that you're on the main deck of the ship. So you pull the lever and the ship begins to slow down. It has momentum going down, so it needs to slowly gain the floatingness back. What's going through all your characters' minds as this slowly unfolds?
I wonder what we're gonna have for dinner today.
A whole entire
I-
kingdom got obliterated, and you're thinking about dinner.
Yes. Oh, we all must be hungry. I'm badly hurt.
Despite being featherfalled myself, I hug Leroy's arm, just stare at the floating city, and look down and wait until we are in 60 feet of Fang Pru again.
Alright. Fang, do you want to say what's going through your character's mind, or do you want to... In Fang's mind, I need to talk to Mino, and I need a break. After about 15 minutes, the ship stops... It's like completely stopped falling, and Leroy and Mino have floated onto the deck of the ship.
I cast Mass Cure Wounds on 5th level.
Alright. I'll let you deal with the healing.
Yes. You gain 24 HP. Everyone.
Yes, even the DM. Now I have 24 more HP. Infinity plus 24.
Yeah, I didn't wanted to use it before because I can't control who gets it. That's the
Ah,
pros
understood.
and cons with mask wounds. It's this healing wave, which includes friend and foe in a 60-foot radius.
I can imagine what mass cure wounds would feel like. Does it just feel like a wave of happiness and sunshine and rainbows? Just get
Uh,
hit with a cloud of dreams and then you're back to full health.
I would I would imagine it for for Mino it being so for it being Mino's spell being feeling like you know that sensation when you come home at a cold day and you drink warm tea or coffee and you feel your belly and
For
you
me, it's
feel
warm
the
hot
heat
chocolate.
spreading. Yeah, you feel the heat spreading through your body and as this heat reaches the wounds, they start to glow and close at least partially.
Yeah, I think I can understand that.
Like I said, this warm, toasty, feeling safe sensation.
So, you are now all on the deck of the ship. You have mass cure wound everyone on the ship. What do you guys want to do?
I I know I'm low on levels, but if you give me 10 minutes, I can also do a prayer of healing. Shall I keep the spells in case we need it?
I
Well,
mean, if I am to break the fourth wall here, this is the end of the Kingdom of the Skies adventure. Like, this is where
Yeah,
that ends.
yeah,
So,
but our character don't know if they will be pursued or not. That's my thinking.
you might say the sky is falling.
no. No. Just the kingdom. Let's land
Let's
this and then
land
we have a
it.
meeting.
I'm gonna start
Yeah.
making the three pictures for the king ish technically.
Please enlighten me on what you mean by the three pictures.
You know the kingdom of technology. The king wanted some pictures.
He said he wanted a sort of trophy, something for you to bring back so now you can study it.
Yeah. Well, I can do magic tinkering.
He didn't want to study your making of their technology. He wanted to study their making of their technology.
Dang it.
He didn't want you to remake it. He wanted to see how they made
Well, that's the only thing I can find.
it.
It's better than nothing.
True, very true. So, if we're going with Fang Pru's idea of landing the ship, you guys do end up landing the ship. You find a clearing in the middle of the forest. There's a small lake that seems to have enough room with the trees spread apart for you to land your ship. Um, at the moment, you don't necessarily know where you guys are. Like, basically, when you look around, you just see trees, and trees aren't really a landmark for where you are unless they're very special.
Well,
Does this scenery remind me of anything?
Um, I
Have I
wouldn't
been
say
here in the
so.
past 30 days?
I wouldn't say so, no. I don't think you guys have passed through this area yet.
Hmm.
Yes.
For you guys to understand, I'm not just counting the kingdom of technologies as actual maps because you guys are moving around in my head. That's how I'm able to tell how apart you are from everything. I'm actually considering how big the room is and how far apart you guys are. I'm surprised that I'm able to do this without a piece of paper to constantly keep track of it. Um, but it's not just the kingdoms that have that in the boss rooms. It's the entire of land of Algerath. So I'm keeping track of exactly where you have been on the map, and you guys haven't been in this specific area yet.
What time of day is it?
It is nighttime.
Ooh. I would like to use the stars to try and figure our position.
Okay. I would say roll nature.
Bank Crew says, okay, let's talk here. And he turns off the engine.
Okay. He turns off the engine of the ship, and it kind of you can hear the engine powering down. Nature check 19.
19.
You look up at the stars using your hand to kind of as a sort of compass in order to tell where you are exactly. You look at the North Star and you can tell that you are on the southeast side of Algerath.
Hmm. Can I try and see if I can understand if there's any kingdoms nearby or the nearest
Basically,
kingdom?
if you walk northeast from here, you'll reach the Kingdom of Airias, and if you walk north west, you will reach the Kingdom of Fire, Molten. If you walk north, then eventually you will hit Tealif's Mansion. And if you continue going south east, you will eventually reach the place marked on the map you found in the Kingdom of the Sky.
Hmm. So, where do
Fang
you guys
Pru
want to
Um,
walks.
go?
Fang Pru
We
walks into the captain's quarters and asks you to join him in there.
Who, me or Mino?
Both of you.
I think he means both of us. And I kinda awkwardly try to squeeze into the captain's quarters.
Hmm.
Upon entering the captain's quarters, you can see it's very nice. It was not like the captain's quarters when you first got the ship. It's somehow more fashionable, like a very high class noble or a very high class pirate had this ship. It looks like that.
I guess every one of us got an update for our rooms.
All rooms have been updated.
Looks like they cleaned up in here. Ooh, I wonder what they did with my lamp.
Fang Pru wanted to do something in the captain's quarters. I don't know what.
Do I have to be scared now?
So, sit down. Come on, sit with me. He's taking this very professionally. I don't know what's going on now.
Hmm. I've never seen this side of him.
Does Mino still have the adults book?
Yes.
So Mino, how do you enjoy that book?
I like the art
How do
you
you
did
know? How do you know about that book?
because you shouted out when you you shouted out Fang when you first opened the book.
Yeah, but I didn't say anyone.
I'm just gonna
Uh,
show off
uh,
your
uh.
art. I'm just gonna show off your art for a second. I
Yeah,
like
sure.
this. The art of Mino opening up the book and then being angry at Fang Pru. I like this.
Thank you.
Well, my perspective, I saw you pull out a book. I heard screaming, and probably Fang Pru gave you something he was not supposed to.
Also, you're a detective, so you're good at deducing situations.
Yeah, that will be a topic probably for later.
We find Mino just burning the book out inside the ship. Just sets the book on fire.
Didn't say that.
But you were thinking it, I can tell. So, Fang. First thing of business, that is English.
It's late.
Yeah, well, and also typing is hard. I can understand that.
Words are hard.
Want some pancakes?
First things of business. They are. Okay. This is.
Leroy, how about I make us a dinner after the talk, okay?
Leroy thinking of with his stomach over here.
I give him a cookie so he doesn't fall off the chair because of hunger. Also give him a cookie.
Mino, why did you come back?
What was I supposed to do? Leave you upstairs alone against Tilef and that giant? I tried to stay on the ship. I tried to ward off Tilef to at least slow him down. But he just vanished, and I heard his voice coming from upstairs talking to both you and the giant. And you expect me to stay at the ship? Having to worry about you?
I did do a lot of damage to you guys. Imagine if all that damage went to Fang Pro.
Yeah.
And also imagine if Mino did not cast Silence.
Oh, I'm still glad I did.
I couldn't even cast Dispel Magic because Dispel Magic is a verbal spell. Which is kind of hilarious. Dispel Magic can't dispel this only spell.
Well, you
This is the
have to
only
use your
spell.
voice.
This is the only spell that Dispel Magic can't get rid of. Actually, that's a good strategy to stop people from casting Dispel Magic on things they shouldn't. Cast Silence on them to begin with.
I actually wished that the command had worked, because then I would have stolen his staff.
No, I expected you to leave and go to safety. That why I made a spell book for the mute. Oh. Okay. Neat.
Yeah, right. Do you know how hard it is to not worry about you all the time? You just sneaking away? Like, every time we try to... Every time we try to get somewhere, you just sneak off. And we're left to worry, to... I know you can take care of yourself, but just a little warning that you're separating yourself from us would have been nice.
Fang
mean-
Pru was the villain the whole time. Nah, I'm kidding.
I mean, just look what happened before the tower. You just sneaked off. We didn't know where you are, and then you can. And then you sorry, my brain is...
It's fine. It's okay. Role playing's hard.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Fang Pru. Instead of getting off on Mino's case, let's get on yours first. Every time you usually sneak off, you usually start a ruckus. By mistake or on purpose? We always end up having to clean up after the mess you get yourself into. Take the Kingdom of Thieves. Take when the first time we got to the Kingdom of the Sky.
The Kingdom of
I
Justice, when you got there, he tried to kill Tilith.
And that as well.
I I I don't I know you try to keep us safe, but just I don't know, tap my shoulder before you leave.
Whose voice was that? God? Yes. God is speaking down. Flippin', what's his name? What did I give Nimble's patron? What was it again?
David.
Fun?
David.
David. It's David. David just spoke up. He wasn't even there, he just knew.
Dave.
I I I don't I don't mind you wanting to do your own thing. I know that's what you do, that's in your nature. But just I know so many bad things that can happen in an instant. Mother had told me so many stories about wizards and how much good they can bring, but also how much hardship and pain and damage they can do. Wizards that aren't even half as powerful as Teal'c. And you saw in the Kingdom of Fire how quickly I got kidnapped. I know you can take care of yourself and you are a bit more sturdy than I am, but I was gone in an instant, and I'm just so scared that something like that happens to you guys. And if I don't even know that, okay, at this moment you're on your own way, I know, okay, he's now gone, he can take care of himself, but he didn't get kidnapped. I hope I get my point clear, that I'm just scared about all of you because you are my friends.
Mino, you just got your family back. You shouldn't risk your life for me.
And you shouldn't risk your life for all of us. If we are a team.
This got really heated very quickly.
Yeah, I was
I love
thinking
it.
about it.
This is a great moment. I love it.
We
Also,
are a team.
Leroy typed something that just gave me a very great idea for his character's backstory. I cannot wait to do it.
Well,
I
at least
hug,
you guys got something to return to.
I pull both of them into a hug.
Can you
We are
please
a
roll
team.
strength?
Strength. Oh dear.
I'm imagining Mino just squeezes them and breaks their spine.
No, that's a 4.
Nope. Okay.
Roll the 2.
Your lack of control over the hug, Leroy and Fang Pru end up just getting completely squished. Alright. So with that heated conversation over with, I should now probably tell you what you guys can still do. So, with the Kingdom of the Sky now destroyed, the Kingdom of the Sky's story is now finished. There is still the map that you got from the Kingdom of the Sky. You can see where that leads, but for now, you can't go back to the Kingdom of the Sky. It's basically dead. There's still the second story of the Kingdom of Technology, the Kingdom of Fire, the Kingdom of Airias, there's Teal'c's Mansion, what else? You can go back to the Kingdom of Justice if you guys want to. And the second story of the Kingdom of Waterloo.
should we return to the Kingdom of Freedom? I got something to show you guys, and I need to get back to my house and see how it's doing. And I remember you, Mino, having damn it, family. I was invisible. You couldn't have seen me taking it.
Don't you wish that you could be a fly on the wall? Sorry. So now I ask the lovely question of what you guys want to do.
If you say you have things to do in the land of the freedom, I'm okay with it. And if it's just to take a break.
Alright. So is the plan to go back to the Kingdom of Freedom? Is that what we're doing?
I guess.
Alright. So I will say that you guys are going to be taking your ship because I'm not going to make you guys walk the entire way there. So you start up the ship, start flying towards the Kingdom of Freedom, and it doesn't take you long to get there. Your ship is pretty darn fast when flying in the air. It seems as though the Kingdom of Freedom is fine at the moment. Nothing bad has happened to it so far. However, this is probably a good place to lay low, and might be a good place to get ready for the final confrontation if needed. Yeah, you guys land, and you're right now in the city center of the Kingdom of Freedom. Fang Pru's not done with the talk before they leave. Fang Pru, are you actually saying this, or are you just trying to convince Leroy what happened? Because Leroy has the map. In fact, the only person who wouldn't know who has the map is Mino, because Mino left the room.
Yeah, but I was messaging her while we were.
Oh,
I was
right. So,
doing
yeah,
it.
you all pretty much know who has the map. You all know that there was a map.
Yep. And I was invisible. It could have been anything else that could have taken the map. Who knows?
Considering that you
Plus-
told Mino that you took the map, and Mino's not really the secretive type of person, I highly doubt that Mino would have told Fang Pru about the map.
I mean, I'm not sure if we had time, since I assume it's been like 10 minutes since we left the tower. So, not long, at least, since we left the tower.
I'd say it's been about 15
land
minutes
station.
since you guys left the tower, so yeah, not long.
So, anyway, speaking, before we get off this ship, I got a surprise I got from that kingdom. It's a map. We can head to the location of the map once we're done getting everything done in this kingdom. What do y'all think?
My thought is we need everything. The map sounds interesting. To sound bluntly, we need supplies. We need better armor, better maybe more components or gear.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I need more. I need something to stock up the lab. too.
Mino, it
Oh,
has
oh,
come to my attention that you gave some indecent stuff with you.
oh, you mean this? And I pull out the adult book. Do you want to tell me something? I wave it in front of him. Because I'm pretty sure it just didn't magically appear in my pocket.
Leroy just takes the adult book and starts scanning through it. Oh, yeah, pretty good. Oh no, you forgot. It's also a plus 3 to that, so it's 6 because of the stealth book that you read at the beginning of the game.
But it's disadvantage.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Here you
Oh,
can have it
come
later
on.
if you want.
I feel so
nope.
bad for Leroy.
I am just sneaking away from that conversation because I know it might get heated.
So Leroy is. You guys can see Leroy's backing out of the room, and it doesn't really take much for you to notice that he's trying to leave. But not helping his case, sneaking out of the room, the floorboards start creaking underneath each and every step.
Awkwardly
Then
sneaking
upon
away.
then upon finally getting to the door, like going, glad no one saw me. He moves his foot and accidentally hits Mr. Cuddles, who makes a loud meow.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry. Sorry.
Mino, I know you are a growing minotaur.
Oh, so
So
you
when he's
got
back,
me this? Because I'm a grown minotaur.
so Mr. Cuddles wanna head back to the house.
Meow.
They're arguing again.
Mr. Cuddles nods his head and meows. He agrees.
Can you, if you're on your way passing my parents, can you tell them I will be there in a few hours?
Yeah, no problem. Oh, that was really awkward, Mr. Cuddles.
Leroy and Mr. Cuddles jump off ship and begin walking somewhere. Mino, Fangpru, do you want to continue the argument, or do you want me to cut over to Leroy? Why do you think it's me, Leroy, is literally trying to sneak out? Oh, why do you
Let's
think it
just
was me? Leroy's literally trying to sneak out.
let's just say when I confronted you the first time with that book, you know that sometimes when you're lying, your tail twitches in a certain way?
Downside of being a cat. Or panther, or whatever. Same family. No, tail twitches.
No. Oh, and I lean in closer, the book still waving in my hair. And
So, Fangpru, what you see exactly is a huge hulking minotaur kind of just looming over you. You are essentially in Mino's shadow now. And you're kind of just looking up at Mino, just looking directly down at you.
you want to tell me something?
Fang in a nutshell right now. Aren't we almost the same size? Almost, meaning that Mino is still taller than you.
You were 6 feet 7? What was it? I have the chart somewhere.
Are we trying to find the sizes now?
Yeah, I'm 8 feet, and I think Fang is 6 something,
Yeah,
7
so you're
something.
like a whole 2 feet taller than him. Not even. You're still taller. I immediately end up saying, "Oh, okay. So, does Fang Pru and Mino want to roll initiative?" Mino ends up beating the hell out of Fang.
Mm, Probably the other way around, since I'm totally spent.
Hmm. And also, Fang Pru is immeasurably overpowered. I will stand my
Yes.
ground and intimidate back. Are you implying something? Roll intimidation. Uh, Mino, I would like you to roll.
What's that? Isn't an intimidation wisdom?
Yeah, wisdom. So, roll a wisdom save. I was gonna make it intelligence, but then I was thinking, no, wait, wouldn't it count as insight? No. There's so many possible things that could be. So Fang Pru is rolling intimidation while Mino's rolling wisdom. 31! Good luck, Mino.
How? How? Even if I would get a natural 20, it would be a 30.
Yeah, but if you get a natural 20, you automatically beat him. The only way he beats you
Nope.
now is if he just rolled a natural 20.
Nope. Rolled a 10.
Well, okay. Well, you guys can play this out how you want. Keep in mind, just because you're intimidated doesn't mean you have to be scared. It just means that, like, you can take one step back and then immediately just keep going with what you're doing. My cat has the zoomies.
Good year.
DM no hints. I'm not hinting. I'm just saying that. I'm just giving you hints on how to role play. I'm not hinting you on what to do. Just because you're
Yeah,
intimidated doesn't mean you're terrified of the person.
I wouldn't have run out of the cabin screaming.
Exactly. It's not a situation where you go, "Are you trying to imply something?" and then they literally die of a heart attack. It's not that. You're intimidated, not scared. If you were scared, then I would have just said, roll a not be scared check. Are you saying we don't know how to roleplay? No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just making sure you guys don't play this wrong. Because a lot of people get mistaken when people say, "Oh, and you're intimidated." People just immediately think that they're terrified of the person when that's not true at all.
Can it just start raining?
Well, maybe. I mean, what should I think when you sneak a book like this into my pocket?
I walk alone, yeah, I walk alone. Da-na, ba-na, da-na, da-na,
Aren't
da-na.
you usually the one who says no copyright music?
Yes, but the thing is, I'm allowed to sing the song. I'm just not allowed to play it because if I sing the song, then it counts as my own work. If as long as I'm singing the song. If I actually play the song, then it counts as complete copyright because I'm not singing it. I walk these empty streets upon the boulevard of broken dreams. I can just imagine the song actually playing. Leroy fully breaks the fourth wall and pulls out a phone and just starts playing it. Anyone can, even Leroy can, do it, the bird. It can even do it if they get like. What?
He's technically saying, even I can do it. Also, a bird can also do it if they're lucky enough.
Alright, I think I understand. Are you trying to say that Nimble did it? Wait, he's not even here?
It was David. Dun dun dun.
I'm very bad at reading, I'm terrible. But yeah, essentially that's what Fang Pro is telling you, Mino. Anybody can put stuff in people's
Anybody
pockets.
can. Okay, anybody can sneak freaking adult book into my pocket. Okay, yeah. Um. Oh.
Oh wow, no problem. Oh wow. Why assume me, you guys know my luck?
True.
To be fair, for Leroy to be able to make a good sleight of hand check, he would also have to be good at stealth at the same time. And even with a stealth book.
But why, Bang, why do I not believe that you have nothing to do with that book?
Exactly, if he is lucky. You just saw what he got for his stealth. Trying to sneak out of the room. Leroy never succeeds in a stealth check. Actually, he did once.
And it didn't even last that long.
And then there's his cat, who's more stealthy than he is.
I mean, it's a cat. I sometimes trip over Crowley because I didn't realize he's in front of my feet. And he's a big cat.
Ooh, while I'm walking down the street, can I see if I can notice a blacksmithing shop?
There is a blacksmithing shop near the entrance of the kingdom.
I'd head that way to see if they can fix my little armor problem.
Okay. Why would you assume I must be it now? Go and be with your family. I need to read my magic tattoo book.
Oh, I guess that was this topic. And I leave the cabin.
Okay. You leave the cabin. What do you want to do before I go over to Leroy and do his whole entire thing?
Fang, if you want to tell me something, please do. And I leave the ship and just say hi to my family.
Alright. You jump off the ship. Upon hitting the ground, it makes a big boom from the fact that you're a large creature. Yeah, so
Oh,
I guess
and
we'll head over to Leroy. What was happening during Leroy's thing? So you're heading towards the blacksmith, Leroy. You can after a while of walking, you can immediately tell which stall is the blacksmith, for it is the only wooden stall that is the only like wooden bench that has someone banging a metal sword on it, walking very sadly. Again, Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Once I get up to him, ask him how his day has been.
He kind of grumpily groans.
Looks like he has a better day than I've had. Oh, I ask him if he's willing to fix a little problem with my armor.
If you have the right gold, of course I can. I just need time and silence.
Don't we all?
Yes, Fang Pro counts as a short rest.
I can also do you a favor if you want me to.
The only favor you can give me is more coin. I'm a little bit behind on my weekly payment.
What do you mean, weekly payment?
Not many people from the Kingdom of Freedom are wanting weapons, so less and less people get stuff from me. I've ended up making jewelry in order to make ends meet.
Why don't you travel with us? We go to many different kingdoms and we stay there for a while. Maybe there are people willing to buy some weapons off you.
Heh. I stopped traveling as soon as I went to the Kingdom of Justice.
What happened there?
Sold the wrong thing to the wrong guy, and the king got pissy with me. I left.
Hmm. Well, you can work from our ship. I even have a lab there.
It's a nice offer, but I've made a home here in the Kingdom of Freedom. It's a pretty nice place. Fresh air, nice people, and plenty of silence for me to do my work.
And how much gold would it cost you to try and make this armor a bit lighter and a bit quieter?
That's difficult. However, I can probably do it for about 7 gold.
I'm looking at my cone pout.
If I'm correct, I gave all of you a lot of gold during this adventure.
When?
Like, at the beginning, you guys had a bit of gold to start out with, and then every now and then, you guys have just... Some of you have been ransacking places to find gold and have found a bit, and then a couple people have been giving you gold for doing good jobs.
Well, I have 10 gold pieces and I'd gladly hand them to him.
Alright. He gives you back 3 gold pieces. I don't know, Fangpro. I don't remember. I just know that you guys got gold at some point. I'm a
That
great
was at the
DM.
beginning.
Because
I'm a
people
great
stole
DM.
it.
Beginning where we got the ship. Oh no, it was yeah, me and Frank Pro got some extra coin when we got the chest from the very first artifact.
Yeah, I think it had it was you guys got a bunch of gold sometime in between the Kingdom of Airias, the Kingdom of Waterloo, and then heading back to the Kingdom of Airias.
Yep.
So the dude ends up taking the money and he immediately begins working on the armor. While that is happening, Mino, you're reading through the Baby Mino book, correct?
Yeah, I just want to skim it through to see if it's how I remember. If some things are different, if I forgot things. I mean, it's been almost 2 decades, so at least the maybe first month I want to check how accurate I remember things. And I would have read it.
You read through the book of your childhood. It's almost exactly how you remember it, except also telling the story of uh, other parties who are a part of this exchange. The story says that you, your mom, and your father were already captured before you escaped. Uh, but right before you and your mother fled and escaped them, you see a part of the story that talks about what your mother saw that night before you guys escaped. She saw a bunch of Kingdom of Freedom gods talking to Bandit Leo about buying a Minotaur army. Ferlin comes out of the crowd and looks at your mother, points to her, and says she will be the leader with a little bit of discipline. The next page leads on to how your mother escaped and how your father held them back long enough for the mother to escape. I did from the deck and the chest. What was the bird's name that in place of Nimble again? It was Dave. So yeah, Mino, that's
I
basically
was
what you read.
I was thinking of
So,
naming the bird Kyle.
so Tilith wanted a Minotaur army.
Ferlin wanted a Minotaur army.
Ferlin, Tilith, Ferlin. Line. So Ferlin wanted a Minotaur army with my mother as leader. And that's when she escaped.
Considering that ever since you grown up and heard about the Kingdom of Justice, you haven't heard of them amassing a Minotaur army, you can guess that it never happened. Like, it never actually went through with fruition.
Yeah, I mean, if he wanted to have her as the leader and she managed to get away. Strange question. Does the book... I want to know if what the book has written, as it has the book written about when Imba found me, like early childhood, and how Imba and Sura took care of me, if that's in there.
You want to know what the book says about your adopted parents finding you?
Yeah.
You skip through some of the pages from the part where your mom is escaping and all the events that happened during that escape. And up to the part where you were left in a bush by your mom and she led them off. A few days later, you were found by your adopted parents, who at that time was just foraging for medicine to help the sick in the kingdom of Airias. They found a child and spent 2 days trying to find the original owner of the child, but found themselves getting attached. They cared very much for your well-being, and they spoke a lot about giving you a life that no other child would be able to have. One with kindness, love, affection, basically everything that a child needs. And the book also says at the end, and that child did grow up to be a kind, sweet, and gentle person.
And sorry, because my brain, like I said, my brain is not working today. You said the soldiers were from the Kingdom of Justice or Kingdom of
Yes,
Freedom?
the Kingdom of
Justice, okay.
Justice.
Okay. Okay, I put the book back in my pocket
Somehow the book just
and
shrinks and fits into your back pocket. It's fine.
and I go check in on my parents,
Okay.
see how they doing, if the Minotaur group contacted them since I gave them the informations.
You walk to your adopted parents' house, which seems to be doing pretty well since the kingdom was getting destroyed last time. They welcome you inside. I'm not doing the voice of your mom again. Mom, you can do that. They welcome you inside, offer you tea, and listen to what you have to say. So what is it that you're asking them?
Um, just how they are doing. If the since I gave my biologically father and the minotaur resistance we met a few days ago, I gave them the informations to contact them since I know they are trustworthy. Just if they contacted them.
Mm-hmm. Uh, your adopted parents respond to you with sadness as they haven't heard anything from uh, your mom or your father. It seems as though whatever's happening at the Kingdom of Molten, it's still happening.
Then I will just enjoy my family until something else comes up.
Okay. And with that, I will move on to Fang Pru. So, Fang Pru, you are still on the ship in the captain's quarters. When it's my turn, I will be reading the tattoo book, then call for Dave if he comes. Can you tell me if the deck is still safe in this kingdom? Yes. Sorry. The Dave responds with yes. The Kingdom of Freedom is one of the safest kingdoms out there. He responds with, I cannot eat biscuits. I'm a bird. We have no teeth. He opens his beak.
Proceeds to give him Popeye's biscuits.
So you're gonna give him Popeye's biscuits? Okay. He agrees, eats the Popeye's biscuits, and then says, that was delicious. I have to say, I haven't walked among the realm of the mortals in so long. Well, technically I did, but you know what I mean. Alive.
If you've ever eaten Popeye's biscuits, you know that bread will dry up your mouth fast.
I have not yet. I might eventually. Probably not. Fair enough. If you ever want anything to try, just tell me. Thank you. I will consider it. But for now, we should probably focus on anything that we should be getting from this kingdom before we continue our quest. Keep in mind, guys, that we have one more hour of D&D before the session is over. I should probably just remind you. Because this is obviously just going to be a filler episode. We should go back on reading the book. Okay, so you continue reading the book. Then we shall head on to... what do I learn from it, DM? So you were reading the Magical Tattoos book, correct? Alright, so what you learn from the Magical Tattoos book is that not just anybody can do the tattoo. This isn't just some random tattoo that you can just go to any shop, there will be a tattoo parlor, and you just sit there as they do it. This one has to be done by a magician. And while normal tattoos are usually painful, like a tiny little sting, this one is like being it's like being branded, basically. So it will hurt a lot more. However, the payoff is well worth it once you actually get the effects of the magical tattoos. They have to be done by an incredibly skilled wizard, sorcerer, warlock, basically someone with magical power. And they have to know the correct sigils and insignia in order to draw on the person in order to get the correct effect. Because the reason why someone who's magical has to do it is because you're getting the magical effect through the tattoo, because the tattoo is storing the magical essence of the person with magical power. So part of that person's magic is going into you and being embedded into you. So it's like a magic ink, sort of, that's being created through someone, if that makes sense. So the book only stretches over a couple of the insignias. There are like the basic ones, like making your character faster, making them stronger, making them smarter, or stuff like that. Um, I'm not gonna allow you to have the one that makes you smarter because I don't even know how that works. I just chucked that in there. It basically goes over all the basic ones, but it touches on some of the advanced insignias, like ones that are meant to transform you into other races, ones that are meant to uh, like give you extra body parts, like wings from a dragon or stuff like that. Um, However, those ones are illegal. So essentially, you know all the basic ones and like three illegal ones. Very silent.
Yeah, everyone is waiting for Vancouver. Uh,
Hmm.
can I, while I'm at my parents' place, can I make a big dinner for everyone?
You can definitely do that, yes. So when they actually do get to your parents' house, then you guys will have dinner, and that will count as a long rest. Okay, I will be practicing on paper how to draw them before I even ever try one. Okay. Um, so Fang Pru's like drawing the insignias, trying to get good at drawing it. Uh, Leroy, the person has finished like making your armor more stealthy, so you won't get disadvantage on stealth rolls now. Basically, what he
Yeah.
did was basically what I did was I separated the I basically cut all of the metal parts and put them on leather armor in order. You can see the leather armor on the important parts of the joints, and he points towards the hips, the shoulder parts, the wrists, the knees, basically all the parts that bend, twist, or do anything like that. You can see the leather exposed right here. Basically, this stops all the clanging and all of the constant everything, so you can now stealth better.
Hmm. You're a very wise blacksmith.
Thank
All I
you.
do
I've
is
been training hard. But there's one thing that you need to know about all blacksmiths. If you ever meet one that says that he can talk, he can have polite conversation while doing his work, he's not a blacksmith. Blacksmithing requires complete concentration.
I remember seeing some blacksmiths. A blacksmith, actually. Kingdom of Fire.
Ah, I remember that guy. He's pretty good at what he does, and he actually is able to do some polite conversation while doing it. However, the thing that he does is he does the polite conversation before actually continuing the work.
He was quite charming.
Um, to poke out from behind the curtains here, I am probably the only one who thinks this, but does anyone else think that it's weird that there's no actual amazing armor that doesn't give disadvantage on stealth? Like, you would expect that there would be a metal armor like the one that I described, leather on the bottom where the joints are, and a metal armor that basically gives you really high armor class, and not disadvantage on stealth, but it's incredibly expensive to make. You would think that this would be in the actual D&D book.
I think it would be a little bit overpowered, but I think there are magical armors that give you a +1 or +2.
I can make that type of armor.
This is why I'm homebrewing my own type of armor, because I think that this should exist.
I can't wait till I reach level 10.
Oh, right, you're multiclassing, so you haven't reached level 10 yet. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
I
forgot.
was also like, we're at
I
level
keep
14. What are you talking about?
You guys are level 14. No, what are you talking about? It's for balancing purposes. Yeah, but that's why it's incredibly
Yeah.
expensive, and it actually takes rare materials. That way it balances out, because it's insanely hard to make, but once you get it, it's awesome. Um,
So, Mr. After having the conversation, I slide a gold coin as a tip for the good service he has.
he looks at the coin, and then slowly pushes it back and says, "No need."
You deserve it.
Thank you. And then he
Just start
takes it
walking
and chucks it behind the counter.
Eh, you'll probably you get some use for it later. I just start walking back home with Mr. Petals.
Alright. Sending dinner at my place in half an hour. So Fang Pru and Leroy, you hear a message from Mino saying dinner at uh his place at half an hour. I miss my dwarf buddy. There isn't even a homebrew. Yeah, I know, it's weird for me. There isn't, it's for balancing purposes, yeah, but nah. Even so, OP
Actually,
item
There
still.
is one. There is one. There
There's
is
one?
actually yes. It's a it's a subclass for artificers where if armor imposes disadvantage, it nullifies that.
Oh, okay. So is it like only artificers can wear the armor and only they get non-disadvantage, or can they literally
Yeah.
make other people's armor not give disadvantage?
Only the artificers, and they gain advantage in stealth rolls.
Ah, okay. So does this mean that
Yeah,
you've
they
been doing it
wear.
wrong and you actually get advantage instead of disadvantage?
No, I'm what's it called again? Alchemist. I'm not an armorer.
Ah, okay. Understood. So, do you guys want to go over to Mino's place for dinner, or do you guys still have stuff that you need to do?
I'm walking back home to the maid.
Ah, okay. Fang Pru, what are you doing? I'm currently just playing with my dice. I haven't even rolled them today.
I can hear the clicking in the background.
Uh, while practice a little, then take Dave with me to Mino's house. Okay, cool. Then I'll continue with Leroy's story, and when that's over, then it will be Mino's thing. So, Leroy, you continue walking until you get to your house. It looks in way better condition than how it looked before when you left it with the maid girl. It basically looks like it's been well looked after.
Holy moly! Looks better than the last time I was ever here. Actually, looks better than ever.
Behind you, you hear a familiar voice. Leroy?
Ah,
It
hello
is the
there.
maid lady. She is carrying many a bags from the market.
I take the bags from her and help.
Thank you. Thank you very much. She gets a key out and unlocks the door and heads in, invites you inside.
I'll walk in and ask her, how you been?
Very
Been a
well.
while.
Very well. After you left, I thought that this house looked really gloomy, so I spent a whole entire day cleaning it up. The people here are very nice. They offered to help me.
It looks stunning, actually.
Thank
I've
you.
never seen this house look better.
Really? Didn't you have yourself or your parents cleaning it up?
Starts getting flashbacks and just says, yeah, yeah.
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm alright.
Well, okay. Anyway, what drops you by here?
Well, we just came back from visiting another kingdom and decided to hang out or come by and check out what's been going on.
Well, for some weird reason, nothing bad has happened to the Kingdom of Freedom ever since you guys left. I guess that it's fine now.
Hmm.
She's kind of messing around with the sink, making food for herself.
So, do you have any wild stories of while I was not here?
Not really. Pretty much the only excitement that I ever have is during the lunchtime rush at the market. It's really busy though. There's a lot of people. Almost feel like I'm getting squished in a trash compactor.
Yeah, the market gets like that sometimes. You should see it on rush hour sometimes. Ooh my god.
She giggles. They have trash. Don't ask, okay? I couldn't think of any other metaphors. I couldn't think of anything else, so I just said trash compactor.
I think I've heard of that
Not my
contraption in a
fault.
faraway galaxy.
It's not my fault. Um, After a while, she finishes cooking and ends up making a pumpkin pie, which she puts on the shelf counter. After a while of you talking, you notice out the corner of your eye, Leroy, that Mr. Cuddles is right next to the pumpkin pie.
Cuddles.
Mr. Cuddles sits and
Not
looks
yet.
innocently at you.
Not yet.
Mr. Cuddles begins making his way away from the windowsill.
Also, you can help yourself to a little bit of that herb you found last time.
Can you
But
please repeat
only
that? You cut
one.
out for a second.
Oh, as he's moving away from the windowsill, I tell him, well, you can have one of that one herb you found last time.
Mr. Cuddles starts jumping for joy, then goes into a nearby cupboard, and the door shuts, and all you hear is a thump.
I open the cupboard and see what disaster he might have made.
Mr. Cuddles is now laying down, uh, pushing the thing up into the sky as it just falls down. Basically, just doing the catching of the ball thing, but with, yeah. He's not entirely a cat, but he is still part cat.
But I think Fang and I had the same thought when you said he is sitting next to the cake or the pie.
I try catching the object before it breaks.
Okay. Roll sleight of hand.
Oh no.
18. Oh, wow.
Yay.
Okay. So, you immediately, upon Mr. Cuddles throwing it up, you immediately go to get it, and as it falls down, you swipe it right in front of Mr. Cuddles. Mr. Cuddles kind of looks downward towards his belly, looking at you with wide open eyes.
You know you should ask for some help. And I open it.
No, +3 only helps him with stealth. It was a stealth book. It doesn't help him with sleight of hand. Yes, stealth 101. Don't wear squeaky shoes.
If you try to hide, move away from the light.
Oh, wow. So, a while of talking, and after eating pie, do you want to go towards Mino's house and have dinner there? Because, to tell the truth, I am out of dialogue for this lady.
I ask her, well, do you want to join me? My friend is making dinner at a nearby house.
I would love to, but I'm afraid I'm really full from the pie. I love pie so damn much. Her mouth begins watering, and she starts staring off.
She just gave me a really great idea.
You're welcome.
And I excuse myself and just walk towards Mino's house.
Okay. After about after about 10 minutes, you arrive at Mino's house. Fang Pru's already there.
No.
It is like at 9 o'clock at night. With Dave on Fang Pru's shoulder, of course.
Hi, Leroy. Just come
Hello,
in.
Frank Crew. Hello, Dave. Good to see you looking like a Dave.
I don't know what you mean by that, but I shall take it as a compliment.
I prepared food. Table is set. There's even a little plate for Dave.
I thank you, Mino.
You're welcome. I gently pet him.
I am quite full.
I'm not going to do that.
No,
Nope, not again. Continue.
I'm quite full.
I mean, you don't have to eat, but thought it would be nice to have a not stressful dinner for once.
It's a god.
I looked through my
I like what
bag
Fang
and
Pru
looked for
said.
material to create a.
Leo, you're cutting off again.
Oh, sorry. I tried looking through my bag for materials to start making an ocarina.
An ocarina is a flute from The Legend of Zelda, correct? I'm not wrong about this?
It's not just about a Legend of Zelda. An ocarina is a legit instrument.
Yeah, but that's literally the only place where I heard of the ocarina before. I didn't know if it was ocarina in our context or something. So, yeah, there is enough wood in order for you to make an ocarina.
What do I roll?
It could be nature because because technically the ocarina is made out of wood. It could be just a straight
Okay.
intelligence check because you're being an artificer trying to make something. Or sleight of hand. Why is this so damn difficult? Just make a flippin' intelligence. Just do intelligence.
No.
Just do an
Flash of
intelligence
Genius.
check.
I have 2 Flash of Geniuses left.
I hate the amount of choices that could be.
It's like cooking. So what is it? And by the way, I made vegan or
What is the 30?
vegetarian lasagna.
Oh, you made my. I love lasagna. It's my favorite meal. I want lasagna now.
Sorry.
So 30. Okay. So you managed to make a pretty darn good ocarina. If it was just the 16, one of the holes would have been a bit off, so it doesn't create the same key as it usually does. However, because it was a 30, you managed to make a perfect ocarina. It is pretty much exactly how any other ocarina would have been made, except considering that you didn't have some of the tools that other professional wood craftsmen have. The wood is a little bit rough around the edges, but that can easily be solved with pretty much any sort of visit to any actual woodsman who can put gloss over it. Now try to play it. Turns out that Leroy also put one single level in bod. I love lasagna. Yes, lasagna's amazing. I'm so hungry now. And it's nowhere near lunchtime. Gugh.
Yeah. Fang, while we're eating, Fang, I wanted to ask you something.
I am singing with the music box is singing.
Yes, I can hear it.
Roll performance.
Cow!
You're not good at playing an ocarina without rolling performance. Come on. Mino, continue.
I slide uh, I slide a book over the table to Fang. It's the Baby Mino book.
11. You did an okay song. It's not the best, not the worst. It was fine. It was okay. A couple of notes were off, but it's fine.
I saw you. I saw you have a talent of copying books. And I wanted to ask you if you could maybe copy at least part of this one, especially the one that about how Imra and Sura took care of me.
So to sum up what you want Fang Pru to copy a part of the book.
Yes, especially the one where it tells about how Mino grew up.
He can definitely do that, and I can definitely allow that. There's just one thing that I need. I need you to tell me exactly what part of the book you want him to copy.
basically my idea is I want to make a copy of the book so I can give it to my biological mother. So aside from me telling her what happened, she can read it at her own pace, and see that her decision of leaving me alone in the woods was the best thing she could have done.
Okay.
So, so
So do you want to copy the entire book, or do you want to just, like, what part of the book are you just going from when she left you? I need to know exactly which part of the book you are.
yeah, basically, since she would know the things that happened before, like Berlin showing up. I just want it to concentrate on she left Mino and where the story ends.
Okay. Fang, do you agree to recreate that section of the book? All right. Roll to create the book. I don't exactly know how Sage works. Do you just make? Are you just able to create the book? Do you not need a roll? Okay. So the after a couple of minutes, Fang Pru is able to replicate specifically that section of the book, and he does it pretty darn well, art style and all. You now
Thank
have
you.
the book of Baby Mino and the fake book of Baby Mino, uh, that was written by Fang Pru. I'm actually curious if Fang Pru rolls a performance check, what would happen. Actually, that's probably something that Fang Pru did. That's probably why Fang Pru is so good at everything. Fang Pru took a level in Bod and got Jack of all trades. So now he gets to put his proficiency in non-proficient skills. He probably did that. I'm correct? Hell yes.
Why am I not surprised? But
I
still, how do you get 31?
Oh, I wish. So you didn't actually take a level in Bod?
Just imagine Leroy's proficiency bonus from investigation onto all traits.
Oh no. Um So yeah, you all have a lovely dinner with Mino's adopted family, and no, I want to, but I took Warlock. Okay, fair enough. I thought I had the puzzle solved, but apparently I was made a fool. Um, and this counts as a long rest, so you all have fulfilled a long rest. Congratulations.
Yay, finally spell slots
Please, you have
again.
all your spell slots. You have all of your everything.
So, this
So,
leaves the
you all have
question.
after dinner, you all have a lovely sleep. You can choose whether you sleep outside or you sleep at the ship or you sleep at Mino's house, whatever. Eventually, you all do have a sleep. Um, and you guys can choose when you get up in the morning if you want.
Oh yeah, wait, I'm sleeping.
I will sleep at my parents' house. Fang, if you don't want to stay alone at the ship, we have a guest room. Or you crash with Leroy.
He's sleeping.
He's very tired.
Oh no! Oh wait! I think. Oh no! I know why Leroy is freaking out. Leroy, you're done. The bad dreams are over. You went through the entire bad dream thing already. like in the very first Tales of Algerath we did, you went through the entire thing and watched the dream as it really happened. You're not falling for those dreams again.
Yay, a
If anything,
well-rested
if
Leroy.
anything, you have a sleep and you don't actually have any dreams. That's like the worst thing that happens. At sunrise, in a tree next to Mino's house. Cool. I now know where Fang Pru slept. Apparently, even though he's a panther, which is a type of cat, he likes trees.
I mean, panthers sleep sometimes in trees. Can I make a paper airplane and try to hit Vancouver with it?
Roll to hit.
What do I add?
What are you using?
A paper airplane.
That would not give you a proficiency bonus.
Aw.
I don't think you add anything. It's just roll to hit.
17.
17. Fang Pru. Oh, nope. Fang Pru's armor class is 19.
Aw.
So you throw a paper airplane, it goes towards
Wait.
Fang Pru, but ends up going around his head.
Wait, wouldn't that give Mino advantage since Fang Pru is asleep?
I mean, yeah, but this is how I picture it. You get advantage with a bow and arrow to hit Fang Pru, because Fang Pru is asleep, and a bow and arrow is easier to aim. You know it will only go straight. An airplane goes wherever the wind takes it. So it catches the wind and then just turns in random directions. So it's really flippin' hard to aim a paper airplane. You have zero clue where it's going to go as soon as it leaves your hand. So no advantage for you. If that makes sense.
Oh, wait, does? No, it's not a simple weapon. Airplane is not a simple weapon.
That's why I said no proficiency bonus, because
Yeah.
technically, yes, this does count as an improvised weapon. Which I don't know if you're proficient in. I don't think you are. I don't think anybody is proficient in an improvised weapon.
Light clerics and paladins are proficient in
I'm just
any
imagining.
simple weapon.
I'm just imagining like clerics and paladins in a classroom. And it's just like, now we shall teach you to throw an airplane at your enemy. I want that
Airplane
now.
explodes on impact.
I am to a degree. Okay, cool. So if I remember from what Fang Pru said, I wake up and go to the library to look for Stealth 102. He's looking for the next volume. Fang Pru, so if you remember from the first time that you came to the Kingdom of Airias, and I told Leroy that he found this stealth book, I already told him that there wasn't another volume of this spell book in the Kingdom of Airias. So, I'm afraid, no, you don't find Stealth 102.
Can I look for any other books to gain some of that knowledge?
Trying to think. Because there are a list of books that are actually helpful, and I'm right now looking through my notes to see exactly what can be found at the Kingdom of Airias. I'm afraid no, there's no other books like that in the Kingdom of Airias. You're not the only one cursed with knowledge. Yes, I am the one that's cursed with knowledge. The only one who's even close to being cursed with knowledge is Fang Pru, because he keeps sneaking around and doing things behind your back. I'm cursed with knowledge because I know exactly what he's doing. And I know exactly how this story's gonna end.
And I might be the smartest. Wait, am I?
You are good at investigating. That doesn't necessarily mean you're smart.
I do have an intelligence of 19.
I mean, yeah, that is
Oh
fair.
God. Hmm.
So with everybody awake, what do you guys want to do? Fangpru is looking for a
Well,
book that is not there. Smart and clever are
can
not the same thing. Yeah, I agree.
can I go
Wait,
to the ship and fix my mech because of the problem last time?
okay. Yeah, you can do that. I would say it's just a intelligence check. I'm now gonna dim it down to whenever Leroy is trying to make something, whether it's made out of wood or anything like that.
What
Whenever Leroy is trying to make something, it will be an intelligence check forever.
with proficiency?
Yeah, with proficiency because you're an alchemist.
Artificer. How is it 25?
25 is good. 25 allows you to make the thing perfectly.
Yeah.
Stupid
Now won't
question. Yep, sorry, Leo. You go. You go.
why won't blow up in my face?
Is that even without guidance? Stupid question because we haven't talked about it, but uh, I'm sure I mentioned to you that Imba and Zura were adventurers once. Do they maybe have something they would allow me to borrow that could help?
So, can you please explain that because I don't necessarily understand?
Uh, Imba and Zura were adventurers before they settled down, and they probably have gear, etc., etc. And I know we haven't talked about it that
Essentially,
in
when an
detail.
adventurer like stops being an adventurer, they sell their stuff back, sell their good stuff back to the uh, weapons shop that they get it from, and then they also give all the scrap metal for things that don't necessarily work to the blacksmith to get reused into other weapons. So basically, it's a massive recycling cycle.
Okay, just maybe they le- kept something, but no, it's okay.
Um,
I
yes,
yeah. I start waiting for the bird to.
the griffin.
Yeah.
The Griffin will still be gone for a little bit. It did take you a while to get to the Kingdom of Algerath, so it will take a while for the bird to fly back to the Kingdom of Algerath. I will say that the Griffin will be joining you shortly, but not yet. Um, if you guys want to do anything else in the Kingdom of Airias, let me know now, because if you don't, then you guys need to decide where you guys are going next.
Yeah, that's the question. Do we look what's on the map? Do we go to Tilif's mansion? Do we go where we have been already?
I tried to see if I can make a potion with the available materials on the ship.
Your ship does not have the materials necessary in order to make a potion.
We got a bunch of tallow,
You have a bunch of
gunpowder.
gunpowder, but you don't have the other ingredient necessary in order to make the explosion potion.
You mean a magical flame?
Essentially, yeah.
I open my mouth, and you
Leroy.
guess what might be?
Leroy is the one looking for a book. Usually they keep a small memory of their past. I haven't even done anything yet. Yeah, I know. It's just the session's almost over and I need to kind of move this along.
To be
What do I
honest,
roll?
Basically, this was just meant to be a relaxing session, to be like, oh, we're not in constant danger anymore. What do I roll?
Yeah.
I would say. I wish there was a skill called alchemy. I wish that there was a skill called alchemy. Um, just roll an
There's an
intelligence
alchemy
check.
set.
I used a whole barrel. Okay, the thing is, you're not doing alchemy. You're just chucking a bunch of gunpowder into a flask. You don't have the other ingredient.
Oh no, I have a magical flame in my mouth. Remember?
Oh, right. Got it. Understood.
I used a whole barrel full of gunpowder as.
Okay.
And that's a 24 plus a flash of genius is 28.
Alright. You end up doing this perfectly without exploding your own face. You forgot the magical flower. Yeah, that's the other ingredient.
The yes, I do. Remember the when we visited Mino, the Kingdom of Fire?
Oh, right. You got about 15 of them. So minus 1, so you got 14 magical flowers left.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else that you guys want to do?
Can I see in a shop at a blacksmith something that would help me increase my armor class?
Basically, he can do the exact same thing he did for Leroy, which is basically just you keeping your same armor class, but getting not disadvantage on something. Or he can make you a new armor with more gold that will basically make you better armor, but you'll have disadvantage on stealth.
I have leather armor, which doesn't give me disadvantage. How much would the new armor cost?
The completely new armor that gives you disadvantage.
Yeah.
Just give me a second. Content, equipment, armor. Leather armor is 10 gold pieces.
Yeah, I already have that.
So to get the better armor, um, you would be uh, there is scale mail, which is 50 gold pieces, gives you an armor class of 14 plus your dexterity, and then there's another one which is chain mail, which is 75 gold pieces and you'll get an armor class of 16.
What was it? The first one?
Scale mail.
Okay, no.
It's a medium armor.
Yeah, AC of 14 plus my dex. 50 gold, you say?
Yep, 50 gold.
Okay. Yeah, I spend it because I'm the AC of 13 is just frustrating, to say the
So
least.
he takes the gold, says thank you very much, and hands you the scale mail armor. You now have scale mail.
Yeah.
If you want to know how much the scale mail armor weighs, it's about 45 IB. I don't know what IB is. I think it's illabytes.
Isn't it pounds?
I think so. I'm gonna look it up. Give me a second.
You mean libs?
What is IB?
Yeah. It's LB, not I.
Oh,
IB.
it's not IB, it's LB. Pounds. Okay, yeah, it's pounds.
Yep.
So yeah, it weighs 45 pounds. So pretty heavy. But for a minotaur, it's probably fine.
I get the +2 to strength. That should be fine.
Alright. Anything else?
I would like to. I was gonna ask if I could make my shield like improved by pressing a button. It would transform into a riot shield, giving me cover from
I'm trying to think how I can make that work. Because it's not just going to be a magic thing like in Ruby, how Jean just chucks down a portable thing and a shield of holographic shield appears. I need to have this make some sort of sense. Okay, the way I'm imagining is that you press the button and the shield half of the shield splits off to the sides, and then inside that shield there are metal plates that extend outwards that allow you to place it on the ground, and it will create a wall, basically giving you cover. Is that good?
yeah, it was some. Yeah, I was kind of thinking something like this.
The thing is, stuff like that is not gonna happen in D&D. There's
Yeah,
not
it
gonna be a
would
light
limit my
shield.
movement
You're never gonna find a light
and
shield.
give me the. No, it's kind of something like that, but it would just hinder my movements and give me disadvantage on heavy weapons or medium.
I apologize, but the best you're getting is that shield I just said before. The one that opens up,
Yeah,
and that's the best you're getting.
yeah, that's what I mean. It's basically like this, but it's
So you can basically press a button, it will open up, and more
non-light
metal
shield.
will experience. It's basically like a metal wall that you can just place
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
ground.
yeah. It's like the shield that Percy Jackson uses in the movie.
So yeah,
Yeah,
you can make.
where when he
So
presses
yes,
the
you can
button,
make that.
it opens.
However, you need a high intelligence roll. But but now I need gold.
Okay,
Mino
I
is
have 13
poor.
points of Venus left.
Welcome to being a cleric, Mino.
Yeah.
Can you? Can
19
you?
plus 4, that's 23.
23. That will only just be enough in order to make the thing. So yep, you now have a shield, a riot shield. So it's basically a +2 to your armor class. The only thing is, whenever you place this riot shield down, it will take 2 off your armor class because you're not really holding it anymore. Make sense?
Yeah.
Can you improve my armor or anything that has magical properties? Yes, he can. He can. If you're wearing armor that has disadvantage, he can take the disadvantage off of it like he did with Leroy. Magical properties. I don't think that's a blacksmith's job. I think that's more so with magicians able to infuse items or weapons with magical power. So you would need to talk to a very experienced wizard about it. 21. Where can I find someone like that? Big cities that are not the kingdom of Airias. Considering that capital cities usually house some of the court wizards, which are like insanely powerful, knows almost every single spell known ever. Probably someone like that can do it. The Kingdom of Justice has one. Uh, Waterloo doesn't have one. The Kingdom of Molten doesn't have one. The Kingdom of Molten has a sorcerer, not a wizard. Uh, yeah, I think that's it. Basically, the Kingdom of Justice has a court wizard. There was going to be more court wizards, but I needed to have it make sense with everything else. So, is there anything else you want? Because again, the last thing that we have to do is figure out where you guys are going next, and the session has like 10 minutes left. Could I try to make a tattoo before we leave? Okay. The thing is that, as I said before, to make a magical tattoo, you need to have a lot of experience. It's really hard to make it because for you to make it on yourself, you need to have constant concentration through magic, and you will be in extreme pain through the whole entire time. It would be better if you got someone else to do it for you, because then it would be easier for them to concentrate on doing it on you. And it also doesn't help that you literally only just started trying to make it today. So it's usually a thing that takes many years to be able to master. So you could stuff it up, and then you'll be left with a thing on your arm that doesn't do anything. Could I try it on someone? Like who?
You could try it on a piece of leather.
Question, if I could put it on cloth, will wearing the cloth have the magical effect? Technically, yes.
Oh, I was gonna say, why don't you try Nimbly? He seems very good.
First of all, Nimble's body is now in crow form, so it's really small. Second of all, I don't know if Nimble wants to come back to his body finding that he has a drawing on his back.
Yeah, how do you tattoo a crow, a raven?
Mm.
I mean, if you would tattoo Mino, he could shave off the fur where you need it, but the feathers?
No, the thing would be that the tattoo would be underneath his feathers on his skin.
Yeah, but it would be a pain in the booty to tattoo it because all of the feathers.
He won't notice it.
I try it on one of my leather gloves. Okay. I'm just gonna DnD character. Something went wrong. Okay, great. Thank you. No, I didn't want to click on that again. I wanted to click on this. All right. I would say make a performance check.
Sleight of hand.
So you want to make your glove faster. So it is a performance check. $28. Okay. After drawing the insignia, it looks exactly like the one that you saw in the book. Basically, almost identical. You don't know if it has magical property yet. Someone would have to cast Detect Magic on that. Did if Leroy casts Detect Magic, or Identify or something like that, basically it does have the magical effect. You have 1 speed, which basically allows you to get like a +2 to dexterity.
I think. Could you make me something like that? But with wisdom?
Can we, like, I don't want to rush this, but can we try doing this next session? Because I'm almost out of time.
Okay.
So, the last thing that I want to do today is for you guys to decide where you're going next. I didn't want to rush things along, but we are like, I got like 3 minutes to get this done. So where do you guys want to go next session?
The map we got sounds enticing, but I'm a bit scared about my parents. They haven't contacted Imba and Sura in all this time. I'm afraid there's something going on.
So 3 different votes. Mino wants to go to Molton because worried about parents. Fang says mansion, and Leroy says map.
Oh, I was gonna ask that. I was gonna say map as a. If y'all want to go to the map, we can. I'm willing to go down anywhere, but I trust Mino this time. My gut's telling me to follow Mino.
So we got 2 votes for the Kingdom of Fire. Is that 3 votes for the Kingdom of Fire?
Molten, I could
Awesome.
restock on armor.
So now you guys know
Okay.
where you're heading to next session. And with that glorious decision, this session is over. I'm sorry that I had to rush it by the end. It's just a lot of stuff happened, and I have stuff to do today, so I had to quickly end it.
And
would
we
go
can
on-
get our gold.
I would go on for a little bit longer if I could, but
It's okay.
So time for my questions of what do you guys think I should have done better this session. Obviously, this session was just meant to be a bunch of filler, basically. It's just you guys having a break from the constant danger. So what do you guys think I should have done better?
Maybe a bit more dialogue between maybe Mino and his parents.
Yeah, the thing is that I don't want to do your parents' voice because I can't do female characters very well. So I was like, I'll give you the chance to voice your own characters, and I'll basically just say around about what they're trying to tell you.
Yeah, it kind of felt a bit awkward doing monologue.
Hmm.
That's why I was so quiet.
Okay.
Uh,
Was there anything else I should have done better? Did I do good?
uh,
I'm gonna take everyone's
Never
silence as a
confuse
yes.
the petals with catnip.
I forgot the word catnip, so I just constantly kept calling it a thing. Now it's time for the other question of what did you guys enjoy the most about this session? Like, what did I do best? Yes, more
actually,
text
like
for Fang is always good.
aren't you already overpowered?
Yes, he
Uh,
is. And I'm just giving more overpoweredness to him.
Um, I actually liked the confrontation between the characters about what happened in the tower and with the book.
Leroy, what did you think I did good?
I'm gonna say everything. It was
Awesome.
pretty chill.
I will take
It's
that.
scary. And I was able to get better with rolling stealth.
I will take that. I will take that. I will take it. Fang Pru, what did you think I did? What did you think I did well this session? I can now help you get overpowered for the low price of your soul. The book was good. Thank you. I tried my best putting good lore for your characters in your books, and I haven't even gone up to Leroy and Fang Pru's book yet. So this is going to be exciting. And next session, you guys are going to Molten, and you guys still haven't finished the second story of Molten, so I'm excited. I'm excited. Yes, don't you remember you had you guys found a Fang Pru book?
We found the Fang Pru book?
Yes, you did. I was the only one that remembered this. I swear, this
thought-
did happen. I'm gonna re-look at the old video. I swear.
I think we looked for one, but since Fang Pru isn't from Algerath, there wasn't record.
Yeah, you said there wasn't a book about Fang Pru because he wasn't from area.
Oh right, I did. Holy shoot, I forgot. Wait, then I just
It's
wrote
also-
Fang Pru's storybook for no reason.
Yep.
I mean, now you have the lore.
I literally wrote Fang Pru's storybook for zero reason then. God damn it. Well, whatever. It's just, I have extra story to go off of. It could be... No. But anyway, I'm happy that you all enjoyed this session, and I'm happy that you guys were here to watch this session. Thank you very much for joining me with my lovely adventurers. Next session, we're gonna check out what's happening at Molton. Mino's mother is off to go and break the father out of the horrible slave ownership thing that happened at Molton. Unbeknownst to her, that it's already been fixed. So until next time, this game is over. Bye bye. Say goodbye, my lovely adventurers.
Bye.
Goodbye there.
And Fang Pru says goodbye.
Game